She's like so like passionate about this. She's like, New Jeans only sing in English.
They only sing in English. You only have one
lyric
sentence in Korean.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
시작해볼까?
뭐.
We're back again with another episode. We made it without beefing again.
Guess who's back? Back again.
This isn't indeed the same day.
No.
It's totally 2 weeks
one?
later.
Mm-hmm.
We're going strong.
Mm-hmm.
Great friendship. It's all good.
It's so sad.
Why?
It's sad.
Life is very sad. Well, you know, we're not good at communicating. And then we end up just not, which then makes both of us even madder. Then we don't communicate even more because we're angry that none of us is communicating.
But we don't tell each other.
But we don't tell each other, so then we're just like, oh, I'm the only one who's mad. And then so just communicate with your friends, guys. It's not worth it to keep it bottled inside.
Yeah.
Learn from us and our mistakes.
Yeah.
So my name is Angelina.
And my name is Audrey.
And you're watching an episode of
Kpop Cancelled.
So today's topic is English in K-pop.
Oh, damn.
The increasing amount of English in K-pop lyrics, the increasing amount of K-pop. Recently, people have been bringing up the topic of how K-pop is changing. You know, the various changes that have been, introduced into this new age of K-pop, fifth gen K-pop. And one of those changes is, of course, the amount of English within it. So this isn't something that I brought up, but this is something that people have been noticing. Even industry experts have been noticing this. So I thought, as K-pop hags, we could share with you, what we've noticed as people who have been into K-pop for a really long time, the changes as well. And we're going to take a look at what these experts are saying too. Mm-hmm. So, first of all, have you noticed?
Oh, yeah.
You have noticed?
Before it was more, I'd say like 10% of the song was
in English?
In English.
Okay.
And now it's more like 90% of the song is in English.
Well, we have actual percentages.
Okay.
So we're going to talk numbers soon. I think it's interesting.
It depends of the group.
Mm-hmm.
But like New Jeans, it's 90% of the songs in English.
Okay. I was just thinking about this the other day because, like a song like Haru Haru, it's mostly in Korean. But then, you have the intro like, oh, girl, I cry. Like, you have little things like that. But it doesn't mean that K-pop hasn't always wanted to target, the Western market. Big Bang, their first, they had a song, what was it? Number One. It was an a completely English track in like 2009, I want to say, 2010.
Yeah.
So it's interesting just to see the general changes. But anyways, we're going to talk numbers, percentages, because sometimes you'll see on TikTok, someone will share like the percentage of English in said song. And I'm not sure how they're calculating it. Do you ever wonder if it's like, do they base it on like the amount, like they're calculating the amount of time English is being sung?
Yeah.
Or are they calculating statistically how many words are in English?
I think it's like when you listen to a song and then you press the timer and then you stop.
Like a line distribution calculator.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like that.
I think so.
But I would do it that way.
That would make sense. Though, I feel like that would skew your statistics.
Well, you do a product croisé.
What? I don't know. I would just feel because, like, what if you're singing like baby, like that's 10 seconds right there, and that's just one word in English. So I feel like the statistics of that are probably a little skewed if you're doing it line distribution style.
Yeah, but if it takes more time to sing the lines in English than the one in Korean, even if there is less words, it's mostly just in English, mostly English.
You do have a point there, but I would have thought maybe like, you take a calculation of like how many words are in Korean versus how many are in English, and then you percentage. I don't effing know. Like,
Let's croiser, guys.
don't ask me about math right now.
You know, like the number by 100 divided by the time does the percentage. Après du croisé.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that to calculate. I guess I'm really bad at math.
Anyways, I had all these, like, you know how in an intro of a video they'll be like asking questions, like Anthony Padilla or whatever, and like I had a bunch of those questions, but I forgot to do them, so they're a little out of.
But
anyways,
you can jump and do like Anthony and restart.
Is K-pop in English inauthentic? Should we be on board with removing the K from K-pop? That was like my intro thing, but we just skipped. I love it. Okay. So back to the percentages. I actually saw one video where they said, according to ChatGPT.
Oh my god.
So they just put the song, I guess, into ChatGPT and asked them like what percentage of the song is in English. Okay. So I think there's definitely a lot of ways to do this. Mm-hmm. So our industry insider, not an insider, but we have a head researcher at Circle Chart who looked into this because they noticed, Kim Jin-woo is the one who did this research apparently, and he noticed that girl groups are more affected by this than boy groups are because they had a higher increase in English lyrics since 2018 in comparison to boy groups. So
okay,
it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like why? Well, they're theorizing that it's because girl groups. I think I wrote it down. We'll talk about it later. Okay. Okay. So Kim Jin-woo basically found that there was an 18.9 increase in English lyrics in girl group songs that made it into the top 400 digital charts in the first half of 2023. That seems very specific, but that's what we have.
Oh, that's so basically all New Jeans songs.
New Jeans, Le Seraphim, IVE, G Idol. Yeah. Anyways, so apparently the majority of words that make up these English lyrics are I, you, like, and love. I would argue those are also the Korean lyrics that make up the majority of Korean lyrics.
Yeah, like, it does.
Sarang.
Sarang,
yeah. So in terms of why there's an increase, this is what they're theorizing. So Kim Jin-woo said, after Blackpink's global success, the girl group market, which was previously domestic focused, expanded to international audiences, leading to an increase in the use of English lyrics. The more international the fan base, the higher the percentage of English lyrics in the song. So I also read somewhere that just girl groups are better at fostering fandoms.
Yeah, I think it's mostly that. Is girl groups more popular internationally?
I think so as well.
And boy groups are more popular
domestically? I don't think so. I don't know. Didn't Yeonjun from TXT also say that the girl groups are charting everything, and it's a little bit harder for boy groups.
Harder for boys.
Something like that. So I think I read somewhere as well that just there's something about girl group fandoms that are just don't shoot the messenger. It's not me. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say so basically the guys are more obsessive because it's the girl groups who are charting, but it's mostly a girl fandom.
Yeah.
So I retract.
You should retract. Okay. In terms of percentages, out of G Idol, Le Seraphim, Blackpink, NMIXX, New Jeans, and IVE, who do you think had? You know what? Did you hear that beep? Mm-hmm. People are constantly beeping at my house, and I feel so bad for my neighbors because it's just I don't. Sorry, I'm getting off track.
Why are they beeping at your house?
The 3 people that know me beep every time they drive by. Or if they know my mom, they beep, and I'm just I'm not looking out the window.
But maybe they know their neighbors and they beep at them.
I'm pretty sure it's for me.
Oh, okay.
But anyways,
I was trying to make you feel you less stressed about it.
Anyways, so out of G Idol, Le Seraphim, IVE, New Jeans, Blackpink, and NMIXX, who do you think has the highest percentage of English?
Twice.
I didn't even say twice.
Out of. Okay. I thought it was like except them.
Oh no. So G Idol,
Yeah.
Blackpink,
Yeah.
Le Sserafim,
Yeah.
New Jeans, NMIXX, and IVE.
New Jeans.
No.
What?
So the highest percentage.
They have one sentence in each song that is only in Korean.
Maybe because their songs are so short, it like skews the statistics.
I think so. Because
she's like so like passionate about this. She's like, New Jeans only sing in English.
They only sing in English. You only have one lyric, like one lyric sentence in Korean.
Okay, well, G Idol's the highest with 53.6%, followed by
Blackpink,
Le Sserafim.
Le Sserafim
With 50%, 50.6%. And then we have Blackpink at a good 50%. Then it's NMIXX with 49.3%. And then it's
IVE?
New Jeans.
Oh, so I was at
40,
at the bottom.
48.4%, which is interesting because IVE is the lowest with like 23% or something.
Yeah, they don't have that many words in English.
Which is interesting because you hear these demos of these songs and they're already in English, and then they get translated half into Korean or whatever. So
I think, are they counting like the whole discography?
they're counting the songs released at the beginning of 2023 that made it to the top 400.
Yeah, because
so they're not.
G-Idol do have more English lyrics nowadays than before.
If we compare like Queen Card to Hua or something
Hua
like
or
that.
Latata or something. Yeah.
But that would be. We should probably take that upon ourselves. She's like, don't bring me into this. Don't drag me into. I don't want nothing to do. We should calculate it. We should look into groups' discographies and actually calculate the percentage ourselves.
Okay.
We'll have to do that eventually. We probably never will. But anyway, so it's surprising, right, that New Jeans isn't like at the top, even though it's just like a couple percentage off. But because everybody complains that New Jeans have only lyrics in English and everything. But again, maybe because their songs are so short, it's like
so short.
I'm sure the statistics.
I'm sure it's because of that. Because like 2023, they released so many songs, and it's all pretty much basically 90% in English.
Well, G-Idol's higher. Actually, a music critic, Kang Tae-gyu, said in regards to this that the MZ generation has no aversion to English lyrics, and this phenomenon is reflected in the actual charts. There is no need to limit lyrics to Korean, which I think is a similar thought process to Bang Si-hyuk, who said we need to remove the K from K-pop. I'm obviously paraphrasing what he said, but it's weird because nobody's complaining. Like, there's no need to limit lyrics in Korean, and nobody has an aversion to it.
That's the second person.
The people keep my now she thinks her mother is home.
Yeah,
it's a hard life for you, baby. I know. Okay. Nobody's home. It's nobody. What was I saying? Oh, people are. They're saying like, oh well, nobody's complaining. You don't need to do it, but people are complaining.
Was there a lot before
of English lyrics?
Yeah,
I have a couple of examples that I think we could go through, because I do think, of course, there is. Statistically, they're showing that there is an increase in English lyrics in K-pop songs, and I think as well, because I feel like learning a song 10 years ago was a lot harder than it is now. Like when I tried to learn Big Bang's Haru Haru, like
the words are
like you had to like learn a whole song entirely in Korean, whereas now if it's like, let's say a New Jeans song, it's like oh my god, 예상했었나, I was really hoping that it will come through. Like there's a lot.
It's easier.
It's easier because it's like the Korean is sandwiched in between a lot of English lyrics,
and it's kind of easy words too.
Easier words, you think, as well? I think some people also noted that like sometimes they're mispronouncing Korean words.
Maybe.
Inorehe. 17 song, that's the first thing that came to mind. Inorehe. Don't they say that in one of their songs?
Inorehe?
Inorehe. That's what I had that in my head. I don't know what it's from though.
I can't remember.
Maybe I invented it. I'm not sure.
Isn't it super?
Maybe it's God music God. It's also like a stylistic choice, like to like mispronounce Korean lyrics, like 사랑, 사당, 마지막처럼, 마지막처럼. So, and you'll actually see like an increase of people like translating the English parts of Korean songs back into Korean.
Yeah.
And like make like covers on TikTok and stuff, which I find really funny. And I do that like in French sometimes as well.
You do?
Oh mon dieu. Je suis tellement gênée, tellement gênée.
Je suis trop gênée.
Oh, that's better. I literally like get them stuck in my head in French sometimes, so that's better.
Je suis trop gênée.
Je suis trop gênée.
Je suis trop gênée.
I love that. There's a girl on TikTok who like translates the songs and it's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wish I remembered her username. But
I don't know. I don't have TikTok.
I've sent them to you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Noir rose dans ton area. I don't remember what she translated it to.
Noir puis rose dans ta...
Good stuff, venez rose. Good stuff, venez rose. I love it.
On tue cet amour.
I love it. We should get on that. That'd be so funny.
On devrait faire ça.
What? So, as I mentioned before, the lowest percentage was apparently IVE with 24.9% of their lyrics being in English.
I don't get their percentage.
Why?
Their ranking.
What do you mean?
Well, New Jeans released so many more songs in that year than all the other groups.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't get it.
Well, to be fair, it's not like that far off. Like 53% versus 49%.
Yeah,
so it's not like super
so
different.
Who was it? IVE?
IVE, yeah.
40.
No, I was at 24.9.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah. And I also mentioned that like it's interesting because the demos are often in English and then like which parts do we translate, which parts do we not?
Yeah.
But because they'll take the song again, this demo in English, and then they'll translate the song mostly in Korean, but then they'll change the English to something else.
Yeah, because they changed they keep the meaning of the song, but they change it.
I don't know. For IVE, I don't know.
They changed it.
For Red Velvet's Psycho, they kept like I'm original visual, you know? But for IVE, we have the chance to hear some of their demos. So for Love Dive, it's originally Love Bite. Love Bites, I think. But the original lyrics were like, your love bites. You only love me when nothing's playing on the TV. You flirt with all my friends, then you say I'm going crazy. Like, obviously, I wouldn't sing about that, you know? So they have to change the meaning of it. And then 11, I don't think we have the full version of 11, but there was some of the lyrics that were revealed, which I thought made more sense. Because at first I'm like, what do they mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You make me feel like 11. Like, what does that mean? What did
It's like when you're ranking people, like he's a 10, but
yeah, but that wasn't super clear within the context of the Korean lyrics of the song to me personally. When I first looked into it,
I didn't look at it.
Because then in the original, it's like, he won't let me forget. He says I fell from heaven, tells me I'm a 10, but I feel like an 11. Oh my God. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He makes me feel like 11. But they changed it. You make me feel like 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You make me feel like 11.
So they take out like what I think would be like romantic intonation of a song and make it more neutral.
When they changed the lyrics to Korean and they changed the meaning of the song, I don't know if they tried to make it more appealing to the public. Because sometimes for IVE, it's weird because it's not that mature content. I don't know. It's not that explicit, would say.
Well, if we think of Kitsch,
yeah,
it was supposed to be 90s bitch.
Yeah, that one is more explicit. But like, let's think about NCT when they have like sticker was it was written in English before.
What is that song about?
I don't want to say the lyrics.
Oh, you have to now.
I can't. I will be canceled. I can't
I'll
sing
bleep it out.
Oh, wait, okay.
Okay, find the lyrics for sticker. I've never made it that far in the song to know what it's about.
Demo. C'est la vraie, ça?
Oh?
Non, c'est pas la vraie. Because they have an English version, but it's not the
official
one from the demo.
Well, while you're looking that up, I wanted to talk about Girls' Generation's O, because I came across the demo version of that. And the demo version, well, I don't even know if it's a demo version or like the originally recorded version that had more English in it. And then they ended up adding more Korean later on. So I don't know, like, it's interesting. I'm gonna take you to a brand new sound. Say there wasn't no, I'm giving more around. And then there was like, hey, open up I'm gonna show you something new. Like there was a lot more like just English sentences here and there. Oh, 오빠를 사랑해. Burning up. So like it makes me wonder, like, I don't know.
I can't find it. I can't find the lyrics. There's only the demo available on YouTube.
Well, anyways, did you hear about the whole thing about like people not understanding the Seraphim's easy English lyrics?
I didn't even heard the song.
You haven't heard the song at all?
No.
Damn, I really make it look easy.
No.
Well, why? Why?
I don't know.
Have you heard Smart?
No.
I thought you were trying to expand your horizons.
Yeah, but
here.
I'm in the drought right now.
Well, because there's no, you can't say there's a drought if you're avoiding.
I'm in my own drought.
Oh.
No, I didn't heard it, but it wasn't released like last week.
No.
When?
Oh, like this month at least.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't.
But still,
I didn't listen to it.
People were like clowning it because they didn't understand the English version.
Oh.
Because it's like copy because they mad that I still kiss me.
Copy?
Yeah.
Copy, like paste and copy?
Well,
copy
we're assuming that they mean like they're copying me because they're mad that I still kiss me. And people are like, what does that mean? What do you mean you still kiss you? How are you kissing yourself? But like people like... Shit gets hard, I'm making it look easy. Stage is burning up, heat on my body. Pull it up, I rip it up like ballet. Do you know what that means?
That's a Kazuha line.
What's her name?
Kazuha?
Yunjin says it, I'm pretty sure.
Not Kazuha?
Well, I think Kazuha says it the first time and then Yunjin says it the second time. But I rip it up like ballet. People were wondering, what does that mean?
Well, the shoe, you rip your shoe.
I thought that too. I said that in my review. I'm like, maybe they mean like, is it like a stretch to think that they mean they're ripping up ballet shoes? But like that feels very like a very niche or like specific.
Yeah, because like when why do I switch to French?
Go ahead.
When a ballerina prep their shoes, they rip it and it's
tear it apart.
It's violent.
Yeah.
So I think that's that thing. Like they rip the shoe, they rip it like ballet. It's violent. It's not pretty when they do it.
Okay, you made it sound so poetic. I love it. And then, damn, I really make it look easy. Yeah, I know I make it look easy.
Yeah, because ballet seems easy, but it's not. That's it. That's a ballet song.
We should have just asked you the first when it first came out.
I didn't even listen to the music.
There's been all this discourse, and we could have just ended it with you.
Next time
I'll
hire
Audrey to do it
for analysis.
A professional lyric interpreter here.
No, I need to listen to the songs.
Well, yeah, I would have expected that, especially after you said you were trying to open your horizons and listen to more songs.
3 months ago.
Oh, we already gave up on it, I see.
No, but I don't follow the Seraphim, so I wasn't even aware that they had a comeback.
Do you know anything that happened with them at all?
No.
They had like so much backlash for their encore stage.
Well, I heard that, but I didn't know that they had a comeback. Like the backlash was after the comeback.
Oh, you thought it was just like random,
just a random backlash like that.
But that went super viral. I was actually really surprised that it went so viral. But anyways, sometimes I think, I don't know, what do you think of English versions of a K-pop song?
I don't mind to have an English version of the song, but I would say that I would prefer to have an English album versus an English version of the song.
I personally don't see the reason to translate the song rather than just have a song that exists on its own, because like you already know the song in a different language. So I don't know how other people feel about this, but
sometimes it's kind of weird to hear it in the
it's
other
weird
version.
to hear it in another language or even in Japanese or something, because you learned the way it sounds already and then you have to learn it in a different way. At least if it's like a remix or something, you add a little twist in there or something.
Even then, I don't really like the remixes.
I guess it depends. Like if I love a song, I would love to have like 20 versions of it.
But we don't need 3 versions of Fireworks.
Well, one of them's really good. I really like the first remix of it. So
even for the Japanese songs, it's not they have to re-record, so it's not recorded the same way, and
yeah, and like sometimes they just don't translate the songs well. Like even in Japanese,
I don't know
Mr. Taxi,
Girls'
Generation Mr. Taxi, there's just Korean lyrics in there too.
Yeah,
like Mr. Taxi, 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 soto, tixi, tixi, tixi. It's like Japanese and Korean, like they just didn't translate that part because maybe it doesn't sound right. And there's other examples. I'm sure there's a Shiny song that I remember when I was younger and I listened to it. I'm like, why did they do that? Like it made no sense that they didn't translate that part, or like I don't know. So and then sometimes the English version it doesn't fit or something. But I really like I Can't Stop Me English version. Like I think it was done super, super well.
Can't stop me.
Oh, I've been caught under the spotlight. Anyways, so I don't know how to say this, but like sometimes it sounds so juvenile when it's translated, and maybe it was juvenile in Korean, but like you just don't know the nuances of it. Because like when Vicha released their songs, you see how it's like more targeted to a younger audience. Like that's what it sounds like. I'm a star that's sparkling.
Yeah, I know.
But like ITZY songs translated into English, it sounds quite like Vicha's lyrics in English as well. Like just
it's the same company.
But then if you think about it, it's like wannabe, I want to be me. Like of course that's what the song's about. Like even if it's not entirely in English, like that's literally the vibe of the song. So like what were you expecting the English lyrics to be? I don't know if I'm just inventing this issue in my head, but
I don't think if I think about it, I don't think there's, I don't know how to say it.
Oh no. You can say it in French.
Ok. Je pense pas que si je prends toutes les chansons qui ont été refaites en anglais, je pense pas qu'il y ait comme une chanson que je préfère mieux la English version.
Okay. So out of all the songs that have been remade in English, there's not one that you think is better than the original version.
I don't think.
That makes sense. I mean, because again, like you learn the song officially the first time and you love it, you fall in love with it, and then there's like another slightly different version. Like if it's a remix, I feel like it's a different story, but sometimes it's just better to have the song exist on its own. But then like you also want to break out into those markets.
I don't like it when they do have a song and then they do a Japanese comeback and the title song is the Korean one but translated to Japanese.
But then I also, like I sent you guys a TikTok yesterday about the biggest music industries in the world. And it's like USA and then Japan. And I didn't realize how big the Japanese music market was.
Not long time ago it was Japan first and then USA.
I had no idea. So then I'm reading all the comments and they're saying like this is why like K-pop idols debut in Japan or they're big in Japan. And I'm like, I never knew why. Like I was just like, oh, they want to do stuff in Japan, whatever. But
Shiny sells out Tokyo Dome like 5 times in a row for 5 days. Like
I guess I just never really understood the scale of that. And I'm like, oh, that's why they do this.
The Japanese version and stuff.
Interesting.
Because they're the biggest market available for them.
I didn't know. So, removing the K in K-pop. K-pop. Have you heard? Don't tell me you've never seen the I'm taking Bebop to the K-pop store. I love K-pop. What? It was is like a huge thing. There's like
Bebop.
Bebop. There's like this mother-daughter duo. She's like 10 or something, and she's obsessed with Stray Kids. And
Recently?
yes.
Oh, is it on TikTok?
Yeah.
And that's why I don't know
But
it.
the sound went viral, so maybe you'll hear it in a couple months on Instagram.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
I love K-pop. I love it. So anyways, so he obviously got a lot of backlash for saying we should remove the K in K-pop. From what I remember, his reasoning was that if we just like put ourselves in this bubble, then K-pop can't grow.
Wasn't it like 5-6 years ago he said that?
I think it was this year, or at the very least last year he said
Oh,
that.
I thought it was like older and people weren't happy about it. And
I don't
now
think
we
so. I'm
kind of
pretty sure it was quite recent.
Okay.
But as we're seeing, things are dying down, right? Like sales are going down, everything. And I guess according to him, you know, if you just I don't know, you would just need to remove the K in K-pop.
and then everything's gonna be all right.
Well, then you'd be able to grow more without it just being Korean.
Yeah, but I think now the K isn't really for it's I don't know how to word it, but it's not like it's Korean, it's more it's the genre.
Okay, I guess I kind of get what you mean.
It's the genre. Like it's like more and more and more people who's not Korean in the groups. We have groups who doesn't even have a Korean member, but they are K-pop.
And I guess it would depend how
It's
like
the
acceptable
genre.
that is
it's
to
the
people.
genre.
Like Black Swan.
Yeah.
No Korean members, but they consider themselves K-pop because they're singing in Korean.
They're singing
They're
Korean.
doing the whole
K-pop
shebang.
trainee, the SBS and KBS and the music shows and awards and stuff. Like I think it's more like it's a general culture, music culture. I don't know. It's a genre. It's just a genre. It's like pop or folk or heavy metal. It's like a sub genre. Well,
I definitely think people are being a lot more open to it because I remember when the group Shakara debuted and they were the first biracial K-pop group to debut, when in reality there was only 3 biracial members. The company wanted to debut everybody who was biracial in the group, but that didn't end up working out. And they just got so much hate, I remember, and they didn't really work out so well. So I feel like if a group like that debuted today, people would be a lot more on board. It might be more successful. I don't know. There's a lot more biracial people in groups these days as well. And so you just see more of these groups that follow a K-pop formula, but go off the path, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Vicha, global groups now that are clearly very K-pop inspired, or XG or Cat's Eye, and people are eating it up. They love it. And I feel like 10 years ago, people definitely would have like put their foot down, or people would have just been like, no, this is not, we're not ready for that.
What do we do? Do we remove the K and add an A? So it's A-pop?
Well, no, I think what he meant, obviously you can't remove the K.
No.
Because it's Korean people mostly, right? Who are in these K-pop groups. There's always going to be that element, right? I think he just meant language-wise. Like if you just strictly do songs in Korean, you're not going to grow that way.
Yeah, but like XG, it's mostly in English. Usually there's one word in Japanese because it's a Japanese group.
I don't even think they have a word in Japanese.
Yeah, or it's a word in Korean. Only one in the songs. I think it was only in the debut that they did that.
Because I don't remember. I think they're mostly all in English.
Yeah, but like for Mascara, there's one word in Korean, so they were able to perform in the music shows.
But I don't think that's a thing anymore.
No, not. I don't know.
Because there was a group. Oh my God, what was the group? They were really like people from different countries in Asia outside of like Korea, Japan, China. Like, what was the group? Oh, they were like, they had a member from India. They had a member, I think, from like Vietnam, Indonesia. And it was like Z-pop. There was a boy group and a girl group version of them. Now when I see the clouds. There's nothing but silver lining now. Oh,
I don't remember.
can't remember you came around. There's nothing. Streets of Gold. That's the song. Let me Google that real quick because they were not allowed. Z girls. Z girls and Z boys, and they weren't allowed to perform on music shows. Like they're straight out denied because their songs were in English. And now you have XG performing in English on music shows, and
but like
Vicha too. Vicha are performing fully in English on music shows.
Vicha and XG are considered K-pop or Asian pop,
global pop,
because just pop. Everything is just pop.
Not global pop. Well,
it's Asian pop.
No, Vicha's not even Asian pop, right? They're a global girl group. That's what they consider themselves to be, a global girl group.
Yeah, but they're trained under JYP, who's a Korean company.
Yeah.
So Asian pop? They're in Asia? They're doing pop?
But they're also promoting in the States as well. Like, they're a global group.
Yeah, but everyone is a global group now.
But I think it's smart because, we've had that issue. You remember when Kachi debuted?
Yeah.
And they were like, K-pop, but people were like, you're not K-pop, and people were really upset, and they got so much hate for it.
Yeah, but
had they called themselves a global group,
nope.
That's the difference, I think, because people are so protective over K-pop. They're like, no, you're not K-pop, you're not welcome here, da 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 da.
But they were.
But if you don't call yourself K-pop, then it's
what are you?
But it's like, it's a smarter idea to do that. That's why if Vicha called themselves K-pop, I'm sure people would be like, whoa, back up there. But because they're called the global group, it's like, oh, we can enjoy this without feeling threatened or whatever.
No, they can't call themselves K-pop because they're under JYP. So it will pass.
But they're not.
Yes, they are.
They considered, like, those groups consider themselves a global group.
Yeah, but they are under JYP. They are trained under JYP.
But SM has groups that only do stuff in
yeah, I know, but what I mean is if Vicha called themselves K-pop, it will be okay. People will accept it because they are trained and under JYP. They are under the JYP umbrella. They can do it. They have the privilege to do that. Catchy didn't because they were an English girl group with no affiliation to it.
They sang in Korean.
Yeah, but people were really, really protective of it.
But that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying...
But if Vicha say themselves they're a global group, then people don't feel so protective.
No, because
it's like, oh, we accept you, we welcome you, because you're not like trying to force yourself into a category, even though we all know they're K-pop.
Global group isn't a category.
Well, it technically is. But do you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, but JYP just invented that term. It wasn't.
Well, no, because XG are technically a global group too, because they don't promote in Japanese or Korean, but they're still in these spaces. So do you know what I mean? Like we're not all like covering our eyes. Like we know that these groups are in the K-pop spaces. They're doing the K-pop type of everything, K-pop dancing, singing, everything. They're technically doing everything the K-pop way.
For XG, I've only heard Asian pop as a term for them.
Well, I'm pretty sure they said something about like X pop or XG pop or something.
Yeah, they're inviting their own genre.
Yeah.
But don't you think that Catchy was K-pop? I personally think they were.
Well, if Black Swan can be considered K-pop, then Catchy would have been considered K-pop. But they got so much hate, right? Mm-hmm. Why were they getting so much hate? Because K-pop fans felt so protective over the K in K-pop that it ended up that way. Mm-hmm. But had they considered... My point is, Vicha, I don't think they consider themselves K-pop. And if they did, I feel like there would have been a bit more backlash. But from the beginning, it was always A2K, America to Korea, this kind of fusion... and that they would be a global group from the beginning. I think that's what it is. Yeah,
it was. But I don't think there would have backlash if they self-proclaimed themselves K-pop.
Let's just Google Vicha really quick because I want to see like what it says. Because I don't remember. I watched a couple episodes, so I'm not sure. They're an American girl group based in Los Angeles.
They've never been to Los Angeles.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
I think it's the
Or again, another one. Vicha is a global girl group under JYP.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be the same.
They are under JYP.
Let's ask you guys if you if Vicha debuted the way they did but considered themselves strictly a K-pop group, do you think they would have received a similar backlash like Kachi did?
No.
I'm asking them.
Well, I'm answering for me. No.
No, I think they might have, just because like the moment you try to fit yourself into K-pop when you're not strictly K-pop, people again get super protective and they're like, no, you're out. But if you like go on the border of it, like you're obviously doing everything the K-pop way, but you don't consider yourself a K-pop group, you're a global group. Like people feel more comfortable for some reason to be like, oh, I welcome this, you know, you come into my K-pop space.
Yeah, it's just like the dating scandals. It's the same.
What do you mean?
Well, international people are like, oh, no, it's okay. No. You're not overprotective of something that is that vast as global versus Korea, like the K.
I don't know if I'm like
you don't have to
right.
protect global.
Well, that's the thing. International K-pop stans feel the need to protect the K.
Yeah, because it's niche. It's like it's their thing.
It's their thing, even though it's not really their thing. Yeah. So in doing so, they end up terrorizing people who don't fit the K. Because I remember when Miss A debuted, it was like a whole thing that like half the group wasn't even Korean. And then Chocolat, when they debuted, and it was like there's 3 biracial members. Like it was a big thing.
Anyways.
But do you remember Stromae? And what he said about him not making music in English?
No.
Well, I'm sure he's always asked if he would make a song in English. Like, why aren't you making music in English? Like, he's so big, right?
Oh, because the language doesn't matter, right? Is it that because of that?
Well, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of that it would be inauthentic to him.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, I don't want him to sing in English.
You don't?
No,
Why?
no, I kind of want to, but it doesn't need to. Stromae is a good example because just like I listen to K-pop, I don't really understand the language. There are some words I can pick it up, but I just listen to it because I like it.
Yeah.
People who doesn't speak French listens to Stromae because they just like it.
Yeah, they like that.
It doesn't need to sing a song in English because he already have the audience for it. Yeah.
But if he wanted to
expand,
that would be the way to go, right?
That would be.
But he doesn't want to do that.
He even did a collab with Coldplay and he sang it in French.
Yeah. Well, I have a different perspective now because I just remembered. Do you know Mohambi?
Who?
Mohambi. Was Bumpy Ride. I wanna boom bang bang with your buddy.
Oh yeah.
He speaks French. And he made like French versions of his song. Like he made like French versions and they were so fun to listen to. So I get it now. I changed my mind on everything. Like I get it. It's fun to have it in a different language that you understand and like.
Yeah, if it's your native language, okay.
But even just in general, like when Avril Lavigne made like 20 different versions of Girlfriend. Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend.
She did?
She did it like in Japanese and French and everything. It was like a fun little thing. I don't know. It's fun, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind if this... Okay, like Charlotte Cardin. Do you know her?
No.
Okay. She's a Quebecer singer. And she does have a few songs who are popular, but right now it's Confetti, who's really popular right now. She does have an English version of the song and she does have a French version of the song. But like she's a French speaker, so for me it's okay if she does 2 versions of the song, but the original song is in English. Like I don't mind, but if it's not, the thing is, if the song is not in your native language and you want to release a song in your native language, it's okay. But if it's just for the fact to have more money, like Avril Lavigne, she doesn't speak Japanese, she doesn't speak French, she doesn't speak, maybe she does speak a little bit of French because she's Canadian, but like it's more a cash grab thing. That's the thing that I don't like.
Okay. Or Simple Plan.
Yeah, but they're a French boy band.
Well, they're a boy band. No, they're a rock band. Pop rock.
No, it's a
Well,
it's a band.
did they ever make songs? I remember.
Yeah, they do. With Marimé.
Marimé, yeah. But I'm sure they had songs, French versions that would play on the French radio. Because that's...
It was only in English.
Well, like Mohambi, though. He would make French versions and they'd play on the French radio.
Yeah, but they didn't... Simple Plan didn't do that.
Ever?
No, only for Marimé.
Only for the Marimé collaboration.
Yeah.
Which was really good, by the way.
And
I
I
like
think,
that song.
Do they have one with Brigitte? I don't know. But if it wasn't... yeah, they have one song, but I think it was only one recent song.
Okay.
Like, in their era, when they did it with Marimé, they had another song who was French, half English.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
they are making a comeback.
Well, they're like touring and stuff.
Yeah.
I see like TikToks about like them singing "I'm Just a Kid" when they're like in their 40s now.
I think that's why I'm in my drought, because like I'm in my Bring Me the Horizon era. I'm in my...
Do they still make music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm in my nostalgia.
She's in a K-pop podcast. She doesn't like K-pop anymore.
I do.
You're pulling a Sherry right now.
She doesn't?
Do you remember like the last episode? She's like, I'm over it. I'm into Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm still into K-pop. It's just I don't have much activities with my group right now. So
yeah. I also haven't spoken to her in 2 months either. She just like disappeared off the face of the earth.
Oh no.
Sherry, if she's not watching.
She's not
There's no chance.
She's in her Taylor Swift era.
Siri heard me. Well, I reckon it might be a shorter episode now this time around. The last one was so long.
Like, an hour 15, let's say.
15, yeah. So this one might be a little bit shorter. Oopsie doopsie. So thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video
With friends you don't have.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.